What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to be part of the tribe because I upload weekly videos and you don't want to miss none of those, okay? In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you a few common mistakes that we do to our natural hair that is most likely keeping it at the same length or have disabled our hair to grow, okay? So back in October, I uploaded a video in which I share 5 tips that helped me grow my hair to where it is now. But then on this hair journey, I have been learning so much things, and I also have been noticing that I do a lot of mistakes with this hair concern. So I'm gonna be sharing with you some of the most common hair mistakes that we all do and that we aren't even realizing, okay? So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you stay tuned. So the first thing, and let me tell you that it isn't in no very specific way or order, I'm just saying it as it comes to my mind. So the first common hair mistake that we all do is applying too much heat to our hair, whether that is using blow dryer, flat iron, or curling irons. And to be honest, I find that most of the time it's unnecessary because our hair can perfectly stretch without it having to put on the heat. Unless you're going for a straight, bone straight, slick look, it's understandable. But then if it's to stretch your hair, you can avoid heat at all costs, because once that top protein layer of your hair is destroyed, you will be left with frizzy, dry, and terrible breaking hair. And it's kind of hard navigating through heat damaged hair, because I personally have been through it. And you only have 2 solutions to repairing heat damaged hair, which is you cut it off or you grow it out, and growing it out takes forever. That was a route that I chose to go with when I got my heat damage when I first started out on my natural hair journey, and it took me about 2 to 3 years to grow those damaged ends out, okay? So at all costs, if you don't have to, please keep the heat away from your beautiful strands, okay? The second thing that I want to throw in there as well is skipping your pre-poo and your deep conditioner. Yes, is that even a thing? Skipping your pre-poo and your deep conditioner? Like, to me, is a super important part in my wash day routine. It's unmissable, and I have been doing it ever since, well, before even being natural. That was something that I used to do already when I was relaxed, and when I was relaxed, it wasn't as helpful as doing it now that I'm natural, because it helps with pre-detangling your hair, getting rid of the knots, and it's just super moisturizing. So it's like a moisturizing hair treatment that I just can't live and I can't do without. So I am very happy that I discovered it, and I am very much aware that this is something that I should always be doing when it comes to caring for my hair on wash days, okay? So please don't skip your pre-poo. It takes much more time, I know. It's really time consuming, but it's also really worth it. So put that in, include it into your wash day routines if you haven't yet, and you will thank me later, okay? So the next thing that we want to do is get rid of those dusty ends. Get rid of those ends that aren't serving you any purpose, because that will just cause for your hair to keep on breaking and you won't be seeing any growth, really. So trim those ends. You don't need them and they don't need you, okay? With that, I also want to add in there a next step that personally that I often neglect is moisturizing the very end of my hair, like giving it extra care, giving it extra love. And it has been really changing for me. Since my last trim, I have been focusing like crazy on my ends, and I must say that my hair seems much more healthier since I have been just like adding extra care and time to the ends of my hair. The fourth thing that also is considered to me as a mistake is forgetting to moisturize your hair midweek or during the week. That is something that I am super guilty of, because I always see my wash day like so close that I don't need to moisturize my hair. But to be honest, I sometimes go 2 weeks without moisturizing my hair. So ladies, please don't do that mistake. Even though it means that you're spritzing water into your hair, that is good enough. Okay, it's not good enough because you need to add some cream and oil and whatever, but please care for your hair. Remember to moisturize. Think of it as your plants, they need water, so think as if you were supposed to water your plants, which is your hair. So I am actually saying this, but this advice applies to me as well, because like I said, I often go a week or two without adding any moisture to my hair. Thankfully, I sleep with my bonnet, but I can tell that my hair is obviously dry because it's itchy and it's just like not good looking. So ladies, don't go without adding moisture to your hair. Our next mistake can be tight ponytails. Super tight ponytails look great, but doing it frequently can affect your hair roots by making it weaker, and therefore doing it on a long run can affect the hair volumes and cause it to gradually diminish. So solution to that, you can maybe switch your hairstyle up a little bit or not do your ponytail that tight. Okay, and with that, I also want to add in hair extensions. Hair extensions, they are great as a protective hairstyle, but then again, doing it frequently and on the long run can affect your hair by causing it to shed, because it's like, keep in mind that it sticks to your hair, like it adheres to your hair, so it's like putting strain on your hair, and that of course will lead to shedding and breaking. So keep in mind that you can protective hairstyle, but not so like on a long term, not so aggressively, not so for long periods of time. And I just want to throw in a last one in there. I don't want to make this video too long because there are so many mistakes that I can just talk about that I personally do. The last one that I want to talk about is having no patience while detangling and not working in sections. Is like, what are you thinking of when you're not working in sections? Like I've said many times in my channel, working in section is just such a lifesaver, especially if you have tightly and highly dense hair. You would want to apply 4 sections to your hair. You would want to work in sections, that's what I'm trying to say, because it is much easier. You can focus on what you're doing. Every strand of hair can get cared for when you work in section, versus just like being all over the place, being messy. So yeah, not working in sections, total mistake. Okay, and not taking your time while detangling, whether you're using a comb or your fingers, is also problematic, because those are easy yet dumb ways that you lose hair. See, the thing with me is I see every interaction with my hair as it being between life and death, where I have to save as many hair as possible. That is how I see it. Okay, that is how you should see it, for you to manage your hair, for you to reach the hair goals that you want to reach. That is how you have to look at it. You have to be intentional with what you're doing with your hair, okay? With that being said, let me know what mistakes you currently are doing with your hair. What do you usually do with your hair that might not be working, and you might be knowing that it's a mistake, but you don't care, you're still doing it. So yeah, we have arrived to the end of this video. Thank you for riding with me. If you made it until now, make sure you leave a comment saying woo woo. No, I'm just kidding, but thanks for making it until now, and as always, I'll see you guys in another one.